Welcome back to the John and Linetia Show.
I am so sorry for that screaming incident before the commercial break.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you had already seen Two Girls, One Cup before.
No, I hadn't, and I never want to say it again. Ooh, I'll get you back so bad, John. So very bad.
So, story that came out last week. Well, I mean, it's a continuing story. So, a few weeks ago, Rahm Emanuel basically said he had some sort of plan to help rebuild Chicago's infrastructure.
Okay.
The plan, basically, according to him, was going to cost $1.7 billion.
Correct.
Okay. And he had basically has kind of a murky idea on financing it and a murky idea on paying back the financing, and a murky idea on how this is all going to get done. And essentially is trying to get the plan pushed through the council without really the council kind of looking over it. It's very reminiscent on a little larger scale to the plan to privatize the parking meters that our last mayor, Richard M. Daley, pushed through the student council. I said, they're like kids. The city council pushed it through the city council. Basically told them, you don't have to read it, just approve it, it's great for the city. And then we ultimately find out that it's horrible for the city. It does enrich some of Richie Daley's old friends, people who used to work in the mayor's office who now work for this company that, for the next almost 100 years are going to be gouging everybody on parking in the city of Chicago. Unfortunately, the plan was so airtight that legally we can't get out of it. So now we got our new mayor. We'll call him Richie Daley II, okay? Because essentially he's the same, okay? Just a little more Jewish, I guess, okay? Well, come on. Daley was very, very Catholic, okay? And Rahm is not, okay? But otherwise the same. Sox fans and basically power hungry. And so he comes up with this plan, doesn't really have the details, is involving these companies, including the one company that bought the lease to the Chicago Skyway. Now that should bring up a lot of bells and whistles, a lot of red flags, and luckily, some of the aldermen are basically saying, "Wait a minute, we need more details about this."
Right, because the Skyway stuff came up when Daley was in office.
Right. He did the Skyway too. Now I'm not. Ultimately the Skyway thing I kind of look at and go, it's a little different than the parking meter plan. The parking meter plan affects everybody. The Skyway, quite honestly, it's a bypass. You don't need to use the Skyway for the most part, unless you're going to a few places in Indiana. My whole point is that we've done this dance before, and Rahm is basically telling the city council that that he wants an answer by or he wants it approved at the city council meeting on April 18th, and it's crazy. Okay, all I got to say to all the aldermen are this: don't forget about the parking meter plan. Okay. Don't forget that whenever a mayor says that a plan is going to cost this much, that you probably have to double it. Okay. And ultimately, don't trust it. If you don't have the details, don't trust it.
But you're still going to have those people who are just going to say, "Okay, this was Rahm's plan.
Oh
no
yeah.
problem.
The Rahm slaves are going to rubber stamp it. Yeah. The lemmings who have don't have their own. They maybe were appointed by the machine. Let's face it. I mean, Rahm Emanuel is, he's running things. Okay, it's the city of Chicago, and it's the political, between him and Ed Burke, pretty much with the stranglehold. I guess, I don't know if Tony Preckwinkle is that powerful, in county government. John Daley, definitely. They've got the stranglehold on local government. They slate the candidates who are going to do what they want, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Every once in a while, you get aldermen that have a backbone. Some of them are kind of slimy, but it's good. It's good. It would be nice if they all had backbones. But I don't know. I don't trust this. Do not trust unless I see details. You know what? There's no more trust there, Ram. You've lost all the trust with kind of your missteps already, and the fact that you are not as transparent as you claim you are and want to be. The Daley administration was not transparent, and Rahm Emanuel, you are less.
You know what? I always think about this when we get somebody new in office, and it doesn't matter what office it is. I still think that some of the plans that hadn't, come through yet are still going to somehow work their way, through the city council, only because they didn't have a chance to get to it yet. So he probably still has Daley's agenda.
It could very well be.
Seriously. He
Could
probably
be.
still has, and he's doing it. I'm pretty sure Daley is probably still talking to him.
Well, I pretty much think he's Daley too. So there we go.
Just a thought.
So that's the city government for you.
Just a thought. So our wonderful friend, who seems to never somehow get out of the limelight.
Perry?
Okay, you're doing it again. Thank you, but no. Mr. Roddy Blagojevich.
Rod Blagojevich.
Yes. Okay.
What's he up to now?
Okay, so he's in jail.
Right.
Of course, he's been there for what, about?
Right.
2-3 weeks now.
Hopefully, he has established himself either as someone's bitch, or he has found I believe it's the strongest person there and beat the crap out of him. So he is now like the king of the hill.
Okay.
Hopefully he's surviving well.
Okay, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
But all the people who have kind of worked with him are now getting their just due.
Good.
So now, the judge who presided over the case, Judge James Zagel, okay, has now sentenced his friend, his law school roommate.
Judge Zagel's law school roommate?
No. Blagojevich's law school
sorry,
roommate.
I got mixed up in your pronouns there.
That's all right. I understand.
All right.
Sentenced him to 2 years in prison.
Ooh, 2 years.
A whole 2 years.
Is it a federal pen, or is it one of them hardcore pound you in the butt prisons?
They haven't said that yet.
All right.
But to me, this looks like a plea deal. That's what this looks like to me.
Really?
Yeah, because what he did was he kind of told the things that he did for Rod, And even though he didn't have, somewhat of a say in it, he saw some things.
Well, you're not going to. He wasn't going to get more than the 14 years that Zagel gave Blagojevich.
Right, but you still kind of
give him something. I mean, it's not like giving him. What? Didn't somebody get like 2 days?
Yes.
Or something like that.
Last week got 2 days. That's correct. That was John Harris.
Yeah, I mean that's just crazy.
He should have got 2 years too.
Well, I would think.
Yeah.
I would think.
But what I didn't understand was what they're saying is that this guy, Alonzo Lon Monk, is a nice guy, and he didn't really know what he was getting into. And I'm thinking, this is Rod Blagojevich.
Oh yes.
What do you mean you didn't know what you were getting into?
Oh,
and
man.
He's such a nice guy.
All of these gullible politicians. I didn't know.
I didn't know it was going to happen like that. But you've been his friend forever.
Yeah.
No,
So he was kind of like the dumb sidekick, right? Rod was the he was
the mastermind.
Rod was brain, and Lon Monk was Pinky.
Was Pinky, basically.
There we go.
Yes, and then they had a whole team.
And then they had a whole team of Animaniacs.
Yes.
And I guess the focus is on maniacs.
Yes. Every one after the other. But, I guess 2 years. It seemed like to me it should have been a little longer, but,
I'm all for throwing everybody in prison for longer when it comes to the Blago stuff.
How about don't do bad things? I
Well,
would appreciate that. Then you
yeah.
don't have to go to prison.
There's that too. There's that
Okay. All right.
Anyway, we'll be right back after these words from Groupon. All this month at Groupon, please buy Groupons and don't use them. We need the money. Also look for us on Kickstarter.
You're listening to the John and Linetia Show.